Welcome to the Minister's Catechism, question number 26. Question 26 is, did God leave Adam and us bad and banished with no hope? Did God leave Adam and us bad and banished with no hope? The short answer to that question is no. Sometimes if things go badly wrong with something we are trying to make, we give up on it and we throw it away. But God did not do that when Adam sinned. If we go back with Catechism through all the questions that we've looked at, right the way back to question number 8, we asked in question number 8, does God have one master plan? And the answer is yes. God has one master plan. There are 3 parts in God's master plan: creation, providence, and salvation. The fall of Adam was included in God's master plan, and the plan of salvation was already in place before Adam fell into sin. Did God leave Adam and us bad and banished with no hope? No. God promised a saviour from Satan, sin and death, even before he pronounced the punishment on sin. Right back in Genesis 3 and verse 15, we have the launch on earth of God's salvation plan. God was going to lift human beings out of the ruin of sin. He was even going to bring them home to himself in heaven above. This is how the announcement of the good news came. Adam and Eve were trying to cover their shame for the wrong they had done. They knew God would visit them, as he always did in the evening. Satan returned as the snake hidden in the trees, keen to see his triumph when God met with his fallen, sinful, rebellious human creatures. The time came, and Adam and Eve could hear God calling, "Adam, where are you?" The kindness of his voice was painful for them to hear. Adam and Eve sank deeper behind the trees, but God came closer, calling still, "Adam, where are you?" There was no point in hiding anymore. Adam spoke out. I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid." God knew Adam had eaten the forbidden fruit, and he gave him opportunity to confess his sin. Adam, though, turned the blame on God and on Eve. He said to God, "The woman you gave to be with me, she gave me the fruit from the tree." Satan may have been loving this. God's creature, man, blaming God for all the trouble. God asked the woman what she had done, and the woman explained and admitted her fault. "The serpent deceived me and I ate." God then turned to the serpent, and there we have the launch on earth of God's great plan of salvation. God put a curse on the serpent, and he said, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, you shall bruise his heel." Genesis 3 verse 15. I once saw a snake just like this one. It was very dangerous. It was slithering along a wall towards the classroom where I had been teaching. The African students knew exactly what to do. They waited until the snake lifted its head against the wall, and with stones they threw at it and hit it, and it fell to the ground writhing in agony. Another student went to a tree and poured a branch down and began to beat the snake again and again and again until the snake was motionless and dead. God was telling Satan that one day, born from a woman, a man would crush and destroy him. And in doing so, the man would be bruised but not destroyed. It was the first promise God gave, that he would send Jesus through Mary to be the saviour of the world. Did God leave Adam and us bad and banished with no hope? No. God promised a saviour even before he pronounced the punishment. Remember and try and learn Genesis 3 verse 15, where God said to Satan, "I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." It was the first promise that God would send Jesus into the world. And Adam must have rejoiced in the hope that his wrong would one day be put right. Thank you for joining me for question number 26. Join me again for question number 27.